The sister wives of today's generation have hit a point of no return.
They so caught up in my pride but don't know what's inside. I've been down and I've been up, still ain't giving up.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Boctavia and I am back with another video. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is Boctavia. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Washington, D.C. On my channel here, I like to bring up a lot of topics that maybe people are talking about, but I always have my twist on it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, people seem to rock with my twist. With all of that being said, a couple more things about me are that I'm a mom of a 2, almost 3-year-old, and I'm also an entrepreneur. If you are looking for affordable, handmade, great quality cosmetics, I am the girl for you. Or my business is the business for you. My business name is Crush on You Cosmetics. The lip gloss that I have on today is called Ocean Views and it is new. I want you guys to go check it out. It will be in the description below, so make sure that you check it out and tell me what you think. So with all of that being said, in today's video, we will be talking about R.Kelly. We will be talking about Azriel Clary. And we also will be talking about Jocelyn Savage. A lot has happened, and the way that the information or the tea came out, it really came out of order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in order, okay? I'm going to tell you the events leading up to the said fight. I'm going to tell you why I think this is happening, why the divide is happening, and when this started, because they were a unit. You know what I'm saying? They was coming together to his court dates and everything like that, and they did the interview together, although Azriel was the main one talking. They've had each other's backs as well as collectively had R.Kelly's back. So I'm going to tell you why I think that this all is coming to an end and an abrupt end. And we will watch the fight. So along with it being in order on my channel, what I'm going to do in my next video on these people is I'm going to react to Azriel talking to the police. And that one is going to be hilarious. I already know. So make sure that you are on the lookout for that one. But we here. And just a little crash course if you don't know who Azriel, Jocelyn, or R.Kelly are, you know? Okay. R.Kelly. Top-selling artist over decades and decades, but he used his great music as a ruse to low-key but really high-key mess with underage girls. Now, I have my videos on him and why I think that, you know, he's not only a narcissist but a predator. Even to be fair, some of the victims I don't really feel bad for because they looked at him as an opportunity versus them looking at him for something real and then being bamboozled. You know what I'm saying? It's two differences. Like, you had your intentions going into it as well, and just because he got the up and up, well, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? You thought that a man who doesn't have any tie to you would do things for you. And you fell into the trap where having sex with him made you believe that you were getting closer and closer to your goal, which never happened. That shouldn't be something that's in the dark, you know? If you like underage girls, well, you should be in Hugh Hefner, rest in peace, Hugh Hefner's position. You know what I'm saying? You should be this mogul of this magazine and you got wanting to join the excuse my language, young girls wanting to be affiliated. It's all about how you go about your stuff, and nothing has ever came out on Hugh Hefner being a predator. Nothing ever came out on him being a pervert, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he was documented messing with girls who were very, very, very young, and not very, very, very young, but versus his age, yes, time has just caught up with him. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, what you shouldn't do is try to manipulate somebody's mind. And the crazy part about it is, it more so isn't a physical thing. It's more verbal, and it's a mind fuck. Excuse my language, but that's what I call that. It's mind game. Turning a female masculine so nobody else looks at them and stuff like that is crazy. So moving on, Azriel and Jocelyn both met R.Kelly when they was 17. He did the spin, you know what I'm saying? Invite him to a concert, whatever the case is. All this time, they have not communicated with their families. All this time, they have had negative things to say in response to their families being worried about them. And all the while, they have been supporting R.Kelly throughout everything. Like I said, I feel like the issue started with the Patreon account that was so-called Jocelyn Savage telling her story. Now, in my opinion, I feel like that was Jocelyn, and I feel like it was her because it was very detailed and very ignorant at the same time. They didn't have a chance to really grow during this time mentally, as women, you know, and it showed in what she said on the Patreon account. I do think that it was her because of him being in jail, and she really don't have nobody to lean on for money. You know what I'm saying? Everything is going to his legal issues, and I don't even know how they stand at that place that they were staying at. But anyways, so here we are. And I feel like that's where it started, because Azriel probably read it. And she probably like, that's how it happened. Because I know. You know what I'm saying? So they probably started not to trust each other and things like that. Now this fight, Azriel recorded, she was on her Instagram Live, and she was arguing back and forth with Jocelyn. Jocelyn act like she was on her phone too. I don't know. But basically, that's where they got into the fight. Basically, Jocelyn is mad that Azriel has a man in the house or something like that. Maybe it's her dad. I don't know who it is. But Jocelyn is going off about that, and then
You like grown ass man in here. That's disrespectful, Zell. You know that's wrong. You know that's wrong. This is his house. You disrespectful. You're so evil. I'm not evil, baby. I need to protect myself. I need to protect myself. Say that shit. Joy, you were sleeping with me. It's the fight.
so from this first video, I mean, automatically I could just tell. Don't you know how a person is really mad? Like, it's a deep-rooted issue of why they're really upset. I could just tell, like, that's pouring off of Jocelyn. It's like, what's your real problem? You know, if she don't feel safe, she should be able to have somebody in there to make her feel safe. I don't see that as an issue. But here we are at this next part of the video. And this video is another person that's kind of not far, but kind of far away, so that they can, you know, sneak the video and be undetected. And this is the video that they got. Oh! She dropped it.
You're not about to get hurt.
Stop.
That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough.
You crazy bitch!
Stop.
You crazy? You just made me know how to fight.
Stop.
Hey! Come on, take her inside. Put your ass in jail for inside, please. You go to jail for assault. You came at me, stupid bitch!
from the video, I want to say it's Jocelyn screaming because Azriel getting the one up in my opinion, but in the video it didn't seem like that. It's so weird. Oh, she dropped the phone. She ran up. I don't know who's screaming. Maybe y'all know. Let me know in the comments who is screaming. Because it looked like it would have been Jocelyn because Azriel getting the one up. In the next video, which is her Instagram live, she was talking to the police and she was like crying and stuff like she was the victim. So I'm just like, you running up. Don't switch now. She said, I know how to fight. Yeah, I think that's Jocelyn screaming. Okay, so with all of that and Jocelyn losing that, she made it an issue that Azriel can't have anybody in there. And then this is what's crazy. When the police came, Azriel was saying that Jocelyn brought somebody to the apartment. So I'm just confused. Like, did both of y'all bring somebody and y'all was mad about that? Like, I don't understand. But I already knew that this was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It was only a matter of time with him being in jail and you start to lose that control. An example of that is a cult leader. If y'all have ever seen, it's like a compound where, you know, people live and stuff, and they're not pilgrims or nothing like that, but that's basically how they live. Like, they live on their own situation, exiled from the whole world. They have their own ways of going about things. They teach their kids, you know, only about like God and about marriage and stuff like that. And they also believe in polygamy. Polygamy is a man being married to multiple people, and that's how they live. Now, a terrible part about the polygamy and the cult situation is that they do this with underage girls. They pick them out real young, they get them married, and they have to go through those certain steps as far as to break the virginity thing and everything like that. I ain't your parent, so I ain't finna tell you all that. This is just like that because in real life, cult leaders have been sent to prison for rape and for these crimes within what they did in the compound. And a lot of people who wanted to leave before had that opportunity to leave because the defenses were down. The top man was gone. You know what I'm saying? So people were free to think on their own for a minute. And that's what happened here. You know what I'm saying? They had a chance to really evaluate what they want out of life, and they don't have him over their shoulder all the time. You know, they may get those phone calls from jail and everything like that, and it may be a lot of them because if you don't know, like, they can call a lot. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they got the money for it and all that. And I don't know if he got money like that, but even broke niggas be calling and shit. But anyways, so I felt like it was only a matter of time. And I mean, they got down. You know what I'm saying? It was bound to happen because whether or not you realized it, both of y'all were manipulated, and both of y'all manipulated each other, you know? And both of y'all was with it. You know what I'm saying? And if you have time to think about it, you really would feel like a fool, you know? And that's what they feel like. And they started to do things that they didn't respect in each other's eyes, like the Patreon thing and